Hey guys, it's Justin.
And Ebony.
And we're coming to you today to ask a big favor. If we could get you guys to click that link below and look at our faith-based t-shirts, it would be a great help. We're trying to service the underprivileged children in the Charlotte metropolitan area, as well as the homeless, man. We're just trying to feed these guys, man. Get them some clothing, anything that they need.
The portions of these proceeds are going to, like Justin said, back into our community. So 50% of those proceeds will go back to our deserving families.
All right, y'all. Let's jump into the show.
Hey, y'all. This is Ebony coming to you live and direct.
Hey.
In the building. And I have some guests with me. Well, let me say first, it's just the E from the E and J here today. Well, J is here, but he in the background. But I have some special guests with me. I have my best friend, Marquita, in the house. Also, we have Dom in the house.
What's up? What's up?
So, we're going to bring you our show today. Y'all good?
Good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. So, how's y'all day today?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't
Coming
complain.
to you on this. I know
Not
everybody,
bad.
well, I'm about to say everybody had to work, but some of us had to work today.
Right.
But,
Hey. We did some work. It was just wasn't paid for.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, I don't like that.
Right.
Hey, housework is free.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd rather work at the house.
Hello.
Well, true that.
I'd rather work at the house. You ain't got to pay me for that one. I'll take that one. So we're going to have a great show for y'all today. I'll touch on a few things like we normally do, give y'all our thoughts and views on stuff. So, as always, we're going to just jump right into it. So, to start this show on off, my favorite or not so favorite topic on relationships, right? So, with relationships, I want to hear where you all, or what you think about compromising in relationships. I guess I'll lead this off with an example from yesterday. The J and the E and J had grinded my gears just a little bit.
Sounds
yesterday.
about right. Sounds about right.
Yes. Dom, I know you're new to this, but he grinds my gears about on a daily basis, all day.
That's
every day.
okay. I do the same thing to my lady, so my bad.
Don't do that. Let me tell you now, don't do that. Well, so I was a little perturbed, so to say, yesterday when it came to me venting. So I had called him one day. I was frustrated with work, and I just wanted to vent. And that's why I told him on the phone. I was like, hey, I just need to vent for a second. In the midst of me venting, he took over the conversation. And I was sitting on the phone, well, some people know me and facial expressions like, I know you didn't just dominate this whole conversation. I'm rolling my eyes. Now I'm big mad because I was already frustrated, but now you just took over this conversation. Now I'm really mad. Anyway, so we came to the compromise yesterday after, we fussed a bit. He was like, how about going forward? When you say you want to vent, I'm going to allow you just that. I'm not going to give you the extra. I'll refrain from giving you my feedback. I will allow you that moment to just vent. And I was like, great. And when I say that I need feedback, then give me the feedback. At times I feel like I'm the type of person when I want to hear someone else's thoughts, I'm going to make it clear. So, so we had to work on that whole compromising portion of relationships yesterday. I don't know if we conquered that today, but
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it is a work in progress. It's not going to change overnight, but we at least came to that conclusion. So I feel better about it. I feel like when I'm ticked off, I can say, "Hey, I just need to vent real quick," and that's all I'm gonna get is my session to vent. So, what are some ways that you all have had to compromise in either relationships or looking for potential relationships? What are y'all thoughts on it? Or do you think compromising is even a thing?
Compromise has to
you?
be a thing, because without compromise, a relationship isn't going to work at all.
That's true.
Because
That's
you got two different people. I got two different opinions. So there's always going to be disagreements.
Right. Definitely.
So if you don't compromise, you can't come to a middle. So you don't come to the middle, you might as well just cut it there.
Right. That's true. Is there anything that is not up for compromise for you in relationships?
Well, I would say the obvious cheating. This certain things where it comes to where I feel, I don't know if everybody is religious, but when it comes to certain things, you have certain values that you should, or certain things you should value with that person.
Right.
And I mean those things, whether it comes to sexuality or emotional, whatever it is.
Right.
I mean, that's like, you can't compromise that.
Right.
Everybody needs it.
Right. I agree.
Me too.
What you think, Marquita? Is there anything that you can't work with? Anything that you just can't compromise with in a relationship?
Definitely cheating. That's no.
So it's a no-go for cheating.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is there anything that you would want your partner to compromise with you on? And I'll just put y'all on the spot, right?
I would say I don't necessarily have mood swings, but my attitude.
So they got to be able to work with you.
Yeah. Because sometimes I could be a brat. Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Time out. Time out.
And it gets real from here.
Right.
Wow.
My bad.
But yeah, and I'm trying to work on that because, being a spoiled brat, I can say, it takes time.
Right.
So he'll have to deal with that.
Got you. Now, being that you said it takes time, is there a time limit that you give a person to, I can't say get it right because it is a compromise. So is there a time limit that you give your partner to meet you halfway with those compromises?
I wouldn't necessarily say that there's a timeline, but like I said, again, it takes work. So time is work. So just taking the initiative, that, means a lot.
Right.
So if I see that you're, trying, so that's a compromise. So,
Right.
Really not a timeline.
Okay. Do you have a timeline on any of your compromises?
Nah, I think I agree with you. As long as you put in the effort, I mean, that's all you can do, because not everybody can move at the same pace.
Right. Yeah. It's growth for everybody. Because you got to come up out of yourself or what you know yourself to be. And yeah, I don't know if, I can't say I'm not all that great at compromises. Oh, but it's definitely, yeah. As a matter of fact, speaking of which, Marquita, I was telling Justin today about, back in the day, Marquita used to say that, oh, you're so mean. You remember that? So now I like to think that, thank God with change and with time.
Right.
Do you think I'm still that mean person? I think.
So I wouldn't.
Oh,
you
I
weren't
thought you was
mean.
about. I thought that
So
was
I
going
would
a whole
say
nother direction.
you
Wait a
weren't
minute.
mean, but just being in somebody else's shoes, being that I know how you are, it did come off a little mean. I'm like, dang, does she have to do them like that? But but yes, I do see growth, and things like that.
Right.
So
Okay.
we have come a long way.
Ooh, thank you, Jesus. Okay.
Definitely.
I was a little scared for a second there. I was like, "Woo!" I didn't know where that was going. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that question live.
You opened the door.
Right.
Yeah, right. I started to rethink that. Like, wait,
Is that really
right?
Right.
Did I really ask for the truth live? Oh, okay. Wait. So, all right. So, y'all got anything else on what y'all can and what is a give and take? Okay, Marquita, let me ask you this. I know I ain't gonna focus just on you, honey, but I gotta ask you this because I know you're dating, right?
I am.
You're dating. So, what are some deal breakers for you when it comes to dating?
Some red flags. Yeah.
Yeah, what's some red flags?
So communication is big. So if we start out, talking on the phone every day, and then all of a sudden it's only once a day or every other day, then I have a problem. So you can't back off what you started. You got to continue what you started. So
people can't change?
people can change, but if I'm used to talking to you multiple times a day, and then now it's once a day or every other day.
What if the circumstances change? Like, for example, like let's just say your partner got a new job and the hours change. Your sleep while he's at work, you're already limited at how many times you can talk. What happens when you get to a situation like that?
You got to communicate. If you don't tell me, what's going on, how am I supposed to know? I'm still at, I talked to him hours and hours throughout the day now. So that leads me to think that there's somebody else occupying your time. So
I feel
Definitely see that. Definitely see that. So communication. Yeah, that's a big one. I think in our relationships, for them to work effectively, communication has to be on point, and a lot of people lack the ability to effectively communicate. And I can sit here and say I am one of them, because as Jay will tell you, when I say something, you'll automatically shut down. Yeah. Sometimes it's not shut down mode. It's bite my tongue because I'm about to say something crazy. It's about to get a little reckless in here. So I know I'm not the master of communication. So that's one thing that I know a lot of people in relationships fail because of the lack of communication or effective communication. And then also realizing how your partner communicates.
right, the way they communicate, yeah.
Right, because everybody communicates differently. So I think communication is a big key when it comes to relationships. Right. Are there some? I know you have a friend, or excuse me, you have a girlfriend. Are there any, when you were dating, were there any deal breakers for you or any red flags for you that you just couldn't pursue a female if they had X, Y, and Z?
Well, I guess it would depend on how the date was.
Oh, so you can compromise.
Right.
You saying you can compromise with some things.
Well, you can have. Well, I think a deal breaker for me, especially for like a first date, would be like the woman's attitude. You can tell just by the body language, or just kind of how they're going with the conversation.
Right.
If you're usually when people are dating, actually looking for a serious relationship, you got those people who play the role as trying to be in a serious relationship, but reality, that's not what they want.
Right.
So you got to just pay attention to certain things instead of just jumping the gun to whatever.
Definitely.
whatever
Take time.
your brain wants to go
Right.
to.
Definitely.
So while y'all are on the subject of what you will accept and won't accept, I really want to get y'all blind reaction to this video, man. So we gonna hop on to this video real quick. I'm just gonna play this clip, man. So y'all listen up.
All right.
When men are not financially confident, that's who they run to, the bigger girls, because most big girls are going to have good credit, have some money, and be able to help take care of them.
And cook.
Bigger woman says, help. Smaller woman
Wow, she's serious.
says, oh, I have to carry that load. Oh, I got to take care of her. Bigger woman says, she going to help me. When the men are not financially confident, that's who they run to, the bigger girls, because most.
So are they saying bigger, like in heavier, like weights?
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me.
It sounded like
So
She's saying
all
big
big girls got good credit? Like that, I'm confused. Because what? So skinny girls don't have good credit? Like what? So that's how I took it. But I mean,
So what I think they were really saying was, in my opinion, first of all, I'm gonna say I think she got low self-esteem.
okay.
Anybody that would make a statement like that, they probably got low self-esteem.
Right.
However, what I think she was trying to say was a big girl doesn't have enough in her package to go get a man, so she'll just accept anything. Versus the skinny girl knows that she's not gonna put up with but so much because, and this is just my take, she's not gonna put up with but so much because she can go get another man like that.
I don't know, man. I know a lot of guys that like big girls. so-
right. Exactly.
You know, that's. I mean, I do understand where you're going with it, but I mean, overall, nah.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, unless she's, she might have was, simple minded, or just thinking of just how you just described it. But I mean, no. That's just a bunch of bull.
Yeah.
It is.
Who is this guy that is in the background? Like, what?
Yeah, no.
So he's not confident in his finances.
Right. He must have him a big girl. Right. So, what is that? How does that look for a man? Are you telling me that it doesn't make sense? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. Make it make sense to me. So if a man has a big girl, that means he's financially, he can't take care of things on his own. That it doesn't make sense. I know plenty of big girls that they don't work, and they men take care of them like it ain't nothing. So for that to be the statement, it just sounds ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I don't understand.
and so does that mean a man that is secure in his finances, the only thing that he would be attracted to is a skinny girl?
So I guess I'm taking it as a trophy, because they always say skinny girls are the trophies.
Yeah, like a trophy wife.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So only thing she really needs to be good for is her looks.
But there's plenty of big girls out there that
Facts. Are correct. You are correct. But just thinking like, a skinny girl will definitely get a successful man. A successful man won't really go after a big girl, so to speak.
That's crazy.
It is, but I mean that's
That for that to be the mentality of her. And
But
like
you
I
got to
said,
think also reality TV is a big thing. So people look at reality TV as real life.
Yeah.
And so most of the stuff is scripted, so it's like you basing your life off of what you see on TV.
Right. So I'm gonna flip this for a second. I feel like I'm Jay right now because he always tries to give the other side of something, right? So, are you telling me that skinny girls are not financially stable in order to hold down a guy?
They definitely are. There are plenty of successful black skinny women out there, but just again going back to reality TV, you see most of them, they're bloggers or they're making the money, but the guy is normally the breadwinner because she's a trophy wife.
Right.
So,
but if shit hit the fan, right? Is this skinny chick not gonna be able to hold stuff down? If reality hit, bump reality TV, right? If reality hit, shit hit the fan, and he can't provide for you any longer, is she not going to be able to contribute?
I believe she's definitely going to leave.
I can see that happening.
So, I mean, that's just reality. Like,
Right.
The guy is bringing in the money.
Right.
Like, I'm literally have to sit at home and be cute and, have my maids or whatever. But, once the money stop, it's like, okay, you can't do nothing for me now.
All right, so I'm going to need to go ahead.
Right.
Darn. So, now let me ask you. He was looking like, please don't say that to me. Please don't say that to me. Would you prefer for a woman to be able to hold your unit down should anything happen?
What do you mean by unit? Like as in,
you
like,
and
the household?
your family, your household. Would you prefer a woman that has that ability, or are you looking for somebody that just
A trophy wife.
Hey.
Well, me and my lady been together for about 3 years, some months, I don't know. But hold on, what was the question again?
I think I asked, are you looking?
Would you prefer that your woman could hold it down
Right.
if the need
If
arose?
if need be.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the whole point of her being mine is to be my partner.
Your helpmate.
Yeah, if you're not gonna be my partner, then we have no business to be in a relationship.
Right.
You could be you could be something else, but that's as far as it goes until things change or if they ever do.
Gotcha. And I do know there's some guys out there that like to be, I hate to say domineering, but they like to be the one that makes all the money.
Technically, how it's supposed to be. Back in the day, the guys is supposed to be the breadwinner. So,
Right.
And I think just going along what she said, a lot of people are still trying to get used to it because a lot of things now are changing where women are just taking over and doing the same thing that men are doing. A lot of men are not used to that, so their reaction is like, "What's going on?"
Right.
But is that more so about the man than it is about the woman?
Right.
So are men being insecure?
Absolutely. I mean, that's just an insecurity that we have. It's more of a pride, a pride thing. We're so proud to be, the man of the house. That phrase has been going on for so long that we feel like we have to be in control of everything. Where the lady, all she does is cook and clean, and that's it. It has no say. But if you're not there, she has the kids, and she's the one who's parenting the children. You're not there. You're at work.
You're still working.
Right.
And cooking.
That's what I'm saying.
And clean.
All that.
So okay. So what about gender roles? How do y'all feel about gender roles?
Are we really gonna get in there?
I mean, no, I'm just saying because some people, it's going back to the man being the head of the household. So how, gender roles.
I mean, I just think that it all depends on the household.
True.
I mean, y'all have, because what I do might be different from what
Right.
you do in your house.
Right.
But I mean, if we having our own opinions, I mean, I'm fine with my lady having her own job, having her own thing, whatever. But I mean, we both meet at the house
Right.
after we get off and stuff like that, have our time. I mean, I don't, and I know some guys get insecure when their ladies go out, like with their lady friends and stuff like that, or what they be wearing and stuff. And I just think it's funny.
Right,
It's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I think that kind of tied in what I was thinking when a guy doesn't want a woman to make more than her or whatever. It's about control.
Right.
It's a controlling aspect where they're afraid that if they don't control what she does, then at any given moment she can make up her mind and say, "Look, I'm out."
But that's gonna happen regardless.
Some females don't, because a lot of people don't leave situations because they don't feel as if that they can handle doing it by themselves. A lot of people stay in situations because they feel like, well, I don't have the money to go out here and do things on my own, so I might as well stick it out right here where I know that I at least got a roof over my head and whatnot. So, yeah, it's kind of a...
They just limit themselves.
Right. And truth be told, they can go out there and get it and do better than them, but that's not always the case either. But I think when it comes to gender roles, like, it definitely should depend on your household. Do what works for you.
Right.
Around here, ain't nothing off limits. I'm gonna need you. You know, I don't feel like cooking today. We either gonna have to figure
Order
out,
out.
right? Order out, or I'm gonna need you. I don't care if you gonna make us some noodles,
Right.
You know, I do got a quick question though. Just, you know, and y'all's thought, how do y'all feel about going 50-50 on a let's say out to dinner? What is y'all take when it comes to going out with your man?
Well,
partner.
I feel, you know, I've been single for quite some time, but I feel the first date is definitely the guy, and you know, if we go on several dates, I could definitely pay. Like, you know, you pay one time, I pay next time. You know, bounce off like that. But that's just me. You know, again, works for how it works for anybody else. I don't know.
right? I haven't gone Dutch in a long time, so and for the younger generation that don't know what Dutch is, I have not paid for my own meal while being out with
Another guy.
another guy in a long time. I see no problem with paying the bill at all. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, you do pay some time to time because we do have our personal accounts.
Right.
So you can go off of that.
Right.
So if you look at it that way.
Right. So we do have our own money. We have, of course, our joint accounts, but we do have our own money. And if I say, "Hey, let's have a date. Let's go to the movies and go get something to eat," right? I have absolutely no problem with paying for it because that's what I choose for us to do.
So what about, like, okay, when you're dating, we know you're married, you know, or I could ask you. So if a female asks you out on a date, do you automatically think that she's gonna pay or you're gonna pay? So if you ask a female out, you know you're supposed to pay, right? Or no, I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't think of it like that. I mean, if we were just dating, I expect me to pay.
Okay.
Anyways, but I mean, if we actually become like boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff like that, I mean, it's okay. You can, pay one or two.
Right. Here and there, you know.
Yeah, make me feel good.
Hey.
At least half,
Right. Or the tip. What about
Yeah, hey,
just the tip?
I'm good with that too.
Okay.
Hey, I'm good with that. I pay the bill, you pay the tip.
Okay.
Hey, we also just wanted to let you guys know we have started a poetry group, spoken word group, music group. So if you are into the arts, man, and just performing, and you have a lot of work that you want to get out, this is the place for that. So we're going to ask you guys, the link is below as well, to join our group and participate. Just be respectful. Use of strong language is allowed, so we're not trying to censor anybody. Be 100% genuine. Be 100% unique. So here's the thing, guys. We started another podcast, and of course, it's the same title. It is Carolina Urban Poets, CUP for Cup, and we just want you guys to pour out, man. Just pour out everything that you got, and let's have fun. Let's get it.
Chivalry is not dead, but it also comes to how the gentleman was raised. So there's a lot of single.
Say it again.
How the gentleman was raised.
Gentleman was right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of single mothers out there raising young men, and they don't know better. So it's really not guys to teach them, about chivalry. So,
and I think I said it last week that there are a lot of guys out there that still practice chivalry. However, a lot of women like to be too independent.
Right.
And I think it affects, it rolls down and starts to affect everyone when a woman is too independent, that guys are now like, all right, then, well, whatever. I ain't gonna open your door. You got it. No, I want my door open.
Right. Hello.
I'm sitting in the car till you come open my door.
Or standing there till you come over. It's like, why are you standing there? Because
Right.
I'm waiting for you to open my door.
Right.
That's why I'm standing here.
But some of that is just being, I guess in my mind,
Courteous.
I just find it as being courteous.
Right.
Why
Right.
wouldn't you? But again, like you said, it's all about how people are raised.
Right.
Because I was raised that that's what should happen. I was raised that when the guy opens the door and lets you in, your test was to make sure that, now, Lord, I'm about to show my age. We got automatic buttons now, right? But you were supposed to lean over and unlock the door or hit the button, make sure his door is unlocked so that he can get in the car. That was just common courtesy. But that also was taught that was kind of like a test to see where you stood, where were your morals
As a woman.
and so but I think we have to require it to be done in order for it to be given to us. So ladies, once again, don't be so independent that you don't allow a guy to step into that role that you may feel like he should or shouldn't, because I think he should.
So I've been told to put my pee away. So for the women out there, make sure you put your pee away so you ain't manly out there. So independent,
Right.
Let the guy be the guy.
Right.
So just a little nugget, that I've learned over the years. So. Oh, but what was his question? He didn't answer the question.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Say what?
I don't remember what the question was.
No,
About being chivalry.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think it's dead, but it's definitely hard to find nowadays
Right.
from either gender. It's just I feel like some guys, like we use chivalry just to get inside the pants.
Right.
And that's when women get confused at what chivalry is, because they so used to what quote unquote chivalry, but it's really not that.
Right.
But I don't know what it would be called, womanhood, femininity, or whatever. But like you were alluding to a second ago, I think that may be, it's not dead, but it is getting hard to find, because it's like your atypical woman nowadays is on social media screaming, "Hey, look, I don't cook." You know what I'm saying?
Cook, I don't clean.
Yeah.
Let me show you how I got this ring. No, that's definitely not how it's supposed to go. But
Right.
And don't get me wrong. I always say, and you guys, I'm sure y'all hear me because it's a firm belief of mine. You can do whatever you want to in the terms of your relationship between those two people. Y'all the only ones that are defining that relationship. So don't be concerning yourself with what everybody else has to say, right? So if you want to sit here and say, I don't clean, my husband does, and if that's what he wants to take on that role, I don't see the problem with it, because what happened is someone like my grandfather would say, that's being soft, or he wouldn't say it quite like that if y'all know my grandfather.
But that's what works in their household.
If that's what works in their household, that's what works in their household.
Right.
Like, speaking on my grandfather again, he's the type to say that a man has to have a pickup truck, a riding lawnmower, and he has to have a house that has some grass to cut using that riding lawnmower, and he need all type of tools.
Yeah, in order to be a man.
Technically, I need none of that.
Right.
And I'm still a man. You get what I'm saying? Because times are changing, man.
Right, I'm about to say that's
you
what.
ain't really house costs $500,000.
Right.
They just sold a single story home. I just read today in Raleigh, the Raleigh market, somewhere in the Charlotte market, $500,000 for a 3-bedroom home.
Right.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? It's getting absolutely ridiculous. And I know I was gonna fall back today. I'm doing too much talking as it is. Lord forgive me. But we sitting here talking about $500,000 homes, and you're saying a man in order to be a man has to have. How he gonna afford it?
Right. But say
Look at
$500,000
society.
home, that pickup truck,
Right.
that lawn,
Right.
that lawnmower,
Them tools.
Right.
They cost
Especially-
money.
Right.
Especially how is he gonna afford it without an evolution of society? Because it's gonna take two
right,
to
keep that.
even get half of that.
right.
Right?
Definitely.
So there's going to be an evolution. There has to be an evolution made, and I'm talking about socially. I'm talking socially. There has to be an evolution made. The woman has to help her man,
Right.
and I'm talking about she may need to cook Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and this Negro may need to pick it up on Tuesday. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Right.
And he cooks on those days are the days that he's off, because this whole I can work a $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 job and expect to afford to make it through.
$500,000
These days are gone.
No.
These days are long gone.
Right.
Right? And I'm sure the housing market will cool in this signs of it, but it's still. You think that people gonna let that price go? They see that people are willing to pay that.
Exactly.
Now with this recession
that house
still going
may go
on.
down to
Right.
400, but
Right.
it ain't going. Never gonna see 2 something again.
Right.
You forget
No,
that.
not at all.
Right. So, I just want to put that out there.
I just think that still goes back to when we was talking about communication, but it also comes to setting those boundaries at the beginning of the relationship.
Right.
That's
And
in
I
the
feel like,
expectations.
and I feel like a lot of us when we are in a relationship, not necessarily with just like with your mate or whatever, it could be a friendship or whatever. We all fail to set boundaries as to
Right.
what I like, what I don't like, and then since we're so used to not setting boundaries, or receiving people telling them their boundaries, we take it as offensive,
Right.
and we gotta stop doing that.
Right. And you lost friends all because you told them, look, right now, I can't take that negativity that's coming right now.
But at the same time, if your friend, if you have a quote unquote friend that can't respect your boundaries,
Right.
even whether they've set them before or not,
That wasn't your friend.
see you.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Man,
How long we been friends? We've been friends
Lord
a long
Jesus.
time over here.
I had them high roads and them low roads.
Oh yeah. Because we both got attitudes too. It's like, I remember a time we
A time what?
for your birthday.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my 30th birthday.
Her
got a
30th
sarcastic mouth.
birthday
Oh,
was a trip.
That'd be my
She
issue.
was pissed off.
But you gotta understand, we was at
South Carolina.
we was in South Carolina, and we're all together, and then y'all just leave me. I'm like, where y'all at? And
Dang.
yeah, they just left me.
No, we didn't.
No,
Now, keep
y'all
in
left
mind,
me.
We
Y'all
didn't
left
leave.
me.
We
Please
didn't.
explain
No.
that one.
Yes, let me explain because we didn't leave her out in public. She had went somewhere. I think you went to Walmart or something. So we were still at our hotel. By the time she got back, we had left. But we left to go get her. Cupcakes and balloons and stuff. So we were trying to go get all the stuff so we could have it set up by the time she got back. She beat us back. So, of course, did you call or text us or something?
I think y'all didn't answer.
Yeah,
I think y'all
so
didn't
we
answer or
might
something.
not have answered. So,
That's different.
well, we got back. Oh, she was livid. Attitude, don't talk to me. I think had we not been in South Carolina, she would have packed her stuff up and went home. That's how mad she was.
And that's just crazy. Like I don't remember all the details, but it was just like I was upset. Did I slam the doors?
Yeah.
How much you had to drink that day?
None.
None.
Drink. No, I didn't have anything.
It was still like early afternoon, so we hadn't even started doing anything. But oh my gosh,
Man.
the attitude of this one right here. Woo. Yes.
Yeah, okay. And I felt super bad after the fact because I was like, oh, because no, I think y'all left. I think I left and I came back and then the balloons was on the bed and I was like, oh, I acted like a brat the whole time for
That's
no
that
reason.
brat that somebody's gonna have to compromise and
Correct.
deal with.
But I try. As I'm getting older, I have
She let him know
definitely.
up front. I said, you let her know up front. You know you can bring up the story.
I'm definitely working on that. Being a brat, but yeah, my feelings were hurt.
Oh yeah.
My feelings were definitely hurt.
You best believe we learned we ain't gonna do nothing like that no more. Look, if you see us setting up, you just see us setting up.
Next
Happy
time.
birthday. Right.
But I like surprises.
Next time you have somebody go with her,
Right.
so they can be like, no, we
Right,
can go over
let's-
here
let's
He
go
was
over
instead.
this
smart.
way.
Yeah, they should have did that. They should have
It was only 3 of us.
But I'm just saying, you should have been like, we about to meet here. Let's go there or something.
Yeah, We
But
did
yeah,
it the best way we knew how,
Yeah.
but whew,
I
did we feel the wrath of this one that day? It
Yeah.
was like, oh gosh, we won't do that
Did
again.
I apologize?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, because I'm looking back on it. I was like, dang.
I accept
I'm
your
like,
apology.
dang. I'm going to have to call Connie and be like, Connie.
Better late than never.
Dang,
Right.
Connie, I'm sorry, girl, because I was a brat. Yeah, I'm sorry. But we had fun, you know.
We did. We
So-
always have a good time.
Yeah, we
now.
do. We do.
So, oh yeah. So
How did we get on that?
He was talking about
friendship.
highs and lows,
Right,
and so
friendship, yeah.
that was
Yeah,
that was a
we got
low moment.
We got some stories.
No, okay, we're gonna stop
Right,
right there.
we ain't gonna go there.
We
I'm
not
about to
gonna
say, well, you know.
No, we're not gonna go into
We
stories.
are not gonna open no
Well,
more stories.
we will resume that when it comes
Right.
to next podcast.
No, we not. No, some
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
stories they need to stay in the box.
Yeah, we just gonna leave them where they are. A
Facts.
memory.
Right. Correct. Correct.
Oh my
That
Hey,
goodness.
did y'all
Funny.
see, since, we're all Charlatans, or
Who's
whatever,
a
or
Charlatan?
Charlotte metropolitan area, whatever you want to call it, right?
What now?
I said, we all Charlotte metropolitan area people now, whatever you want to call it, right? Did y'all see that, the baby,
He
y'all saw
wanted
that
money?
The baby had to, cancel a concert down in, New Orleans because he couldn't sell out the arena?
What?
Dang.
I could have sworn I saw something different.
That's
Did he
crazy.
fight? I thought he fought somebody, or is that somebody different?
Nah, man.
He always
Oh,
fighting
wow.
somebody though.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, they always be
So is it the
Slapping
baby
people.
or the
Right.
little baby? Are we talking about the baby or little baby?
duh.
I said
Duh.
Charlatan.
Oh,
the baby.
Oh, because yeah.
Yeah, he is
Jesus.
something else.
What? I'm gonna have to look that up
Yeah.
because I could have sworn.
I missed that. So what did they do? Give them their money back? 'Cause
Assuming so.
I would have paid it to buy a ticket, and
Right.
you mean to tell me
So
it's
it wasn't.
canceled.
It wasn't
What?
because of that. It was because oh, it does say low ticket sales too, but it said about threats.
Threats. What are we threatening?
I don't know, but it does definitely say New Orleans.
Oh,
Canceled after
Some people just-
fewer than 500 tickets sold. Dang.
Oh, wow. Well, technically, y'all know that's big Frida territory.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
all communities aren't fans
Right.
of
Yeah.
the baby right now. So,
Yeah.
so that might have been.
The baby got a list.
Oh yeah,
Right.
He really does.
He done turned up soon ever since the beginning.
Yeah, that's.
He stay turned.
Yeah, he's gonna
Think
be
you
his
gotta-
own demise
Right.
after a while if he doesn't get it together. So hopefully he does.
He gotta chill.
'Cause
Right.
his lyrics. Well, I won't
He
say
like-
his lyrics. His beats be a little.
Yeah, they be
on
out.
it.
Yeah.
And you know they got some bop in it.
Right.
You know.
So maybe with the pop.
I'm on baby, oh baby.
Right.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Man, so I think we're gonna talk about fitness and how you can fit into your everyday
Yeah,
schedule.
and we
Yeah,
we're
let us
definitely
know,
gonna
'cause
let you- yeah.
Give us some pointers.
Right.
'Cause,
Well, I mean, just in general, it's hard to incorporate it in your day. I guess for me, it's a little different. I had some motivation through my dad. He's 51, 52, still in the gym every single week,
Get it.
4 days out of the week. So it might be a little bit different for me than it might be for other people. But I mean, I feel like you just gotta make time. Like just given my schedule, like now, I get up probably about 3:30 in the morning just to go to the gym before I go to work, and then work 12 hours
oh Jesus.
at the least.
Right.
Between 12 to 14 hours and then home or whatever. But I mean, I think a lot of people too, they get the idea of thinking they have to work out for an hour or 2 hours. You don't really need that just to get what your body needs. You can work out for 10 minutes, 15 minutes and be good.
Right.
You can hit all the part that you need to hit within that time frame and still be wore out.
Right.
It's just, we just gotta make time. People always come up with, no offense. Everybody always come up with
already
this excuse,
know.
I don't have time. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. Technically, we don't have time to do anything.
Right.
But we all make time to go to work. We all make time to get up to go to work. We make time to do this right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if we don't put the effort out of what we actually want to do, or I've helped. I mean, I found what helped me was scheduling. Like the days that I go to the gym, what I do at the gym, and that just starting there can help you even continue on down the road when it comes to just different things. I do the same. I try to do the same thing when it comes to eating. That's hard.
When you like food.
Right.
Man, that is hard.
That's a major part of it, though.
Right.
That is the major part of it.
Diet and then the
Right.
exercise.
Technically, though, that you don't even have to really like exercise because you're burning calories throughout your day.
Right.
If one would intake less calories or just enough that they
Right.
needed, they would maintain what they had going on. The problem is, but you still want to get that workout in. I'm just saying that we don't put enough emphasis on dieting, like you were saying. Nobody does. Man.
And that's the biggest part when it comes to fitness and wellness is what you put in your body, because
Right.
what you put in your body is how you everything else is gonna affect. Yes, I mean, it's a work in progress every day when it comes to nutrition. But I mean, you got it. But I mean, in order to do it, you just got to start.
Right. Definitely. So, what would be a great ideal exercise or time frame to exercise for a beginner?
Okay, I mean, I guess that would depend on your schedule, but I mean, let's just say you work regular 9 to 5. Just say you come home, you got time to take. I don't know if say you got kids, you got to take care of the kids and stuff like that. I mean, somewhere in between, from the time you get off work to the time you go to sleep, you can give yourself 10 minutes.
Okay.
You can. So many workouts out there, you can go on YouTube, and just Google and just look up like full body workouts and just burn out for like 10 minutes.
So is it better to work out in the mornings or at night or like?
I would say for a beginner, it would, whatever's easier for you. Yeah, for a beginner, we're not gonna get that deep into but for as a beginner, if it fits in your schedule to go to do a workout before going to work, then do that. I feel like getting a morning workout is better than night, just because I want to get after the workout already. I feel like I'm awake. Feel more energized and stuff like that, so I'm ready for my day.
Definitely heard that.
Instead of it sets the tone differently. Instead of like just waking up and then have to rush to get ready to go to work. You're still tired.
Right.
Your body hasn't actually woke up yet. So, but I mean, that's just my recommendation. Is in the morning, just to help you out throughout your day. But I mean, whatever
It's best for you.
best for you.
Right.
All depends on what your schedule's like.
Definitely.
If
So
you don't have a schedule, make one.
yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Trying to create a schedule and sticking to it. 'Cause
Right.
So you think of 1,000 other things that you could. No, I know I need to go work out, but I could go run and go ahead and do some grocery shopping right about now and then. And then when I come back, but now I'm tired and I done grocery shopped, and now I'm just about to order a pizza.
But you're getting your steps in.
I do get my steps in. That's a
grocery
definite.
shopping.
But now I'm about to order a pizza
Oh Jesus!
because I done sat here and spent all this money on groceries. So what more is there
Who about
to
to
do but
cook?
to order a pizza? Because
Right.
I ain't about to cook. You
Right.
mean put these groceries away and cook?
No.
Nah, now I'm tired.
Right.
So.
Right.
So, what about splitting it up? How great is splitting up your workout? So, if I choose to do 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and then do 10 and 15 in the evening, would that be great? Or would it?
You can do that too.
2 a days? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I really am. I love because it creates that consistency too, and your body starts to long for it. And don't get me wrong, I'm fat as F, but I wasn't always like this, right? So my whole thing is
I
like,
think we can all say once upon a time.
Hello.
right. But the 2 a days, man, it really does set. Like I was saying earlier, it sets the tone, but even more so, I get up in the morning, boom, I hit it, I go to work, I come back, I go ahead, hit it, get in the shower, I feel good, I go to sleep, I sleep better. And when I wake up, I'm longing for it. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it today. I ain't playing around no more. It's going to be tough. It's tough when you first begin almost anything.
Right.
That's life-changing type of activity, right?
Absolutely.
So it's going to be tough. However, I promise you, it is going to be one of those things where you just like, man, I can't believe I didn't do this. Like sooner, I can't. My body feels amazing. Amazing. If I said that right. Or amazing. But my body does feel that way though. In all seriousness, man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
The results of it
Right.
is really what pays off when you see how far that you've come. And right now I'm seeing the back end because I'm seeing the results of you not working out. Now look,
Right.
what's going
Look
on.
at you
But I'm
now.
gonna get it together.
Right. We're gonna get it together.
Right? Yeah, we're gonna get it
So, no,
together.
Hey, I
Nobody-
got y'all. I got y'all.
Don't nobody want to talk about. And I love transparency, right?
Oh Lord.
It affects your sex life tremendously.
Definitely.
That it does, dude.
No, I can't
I-
even hit the right position.
Man.
Well.
Oh gosh, let's not be that transparent
Well.
right now.
We
Like
need-
the rolls be getting in the
we-
way.
Right.
Be out of breath.
Move that pocket over. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah, we
definitely.
that's another conversation.
You're right. Right. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
So, how important is cardio when it comes to working out? I hear people say, "Oh, like you got to hit cardio every day in order to really be fit," and then you have others that say cardio is not that important.
I mean, cardio is definitely important. I mean, that helps with your heart and stuff like that. You definitely need that. But I mean, cardio is in different formats. It's not, you don't have to go run a trail or go in a treadmill or an elliptical, whatever you want, whatever those machines are. You can do like a quick like circuit workout, like push-ups, and then do push-ups and then jump to something else, or mountain climbers. As long as you getting that heart rate up, you're
As long as you don't say burpees, we good. I despise a burpee.
I hate burpees as well, but when you hate it,
of our episode.
Right,
I
burpees.
despise burpees.
yeah, I mean, but burpees, that's something that you should do it more.
Oh,
The reason,
man,
the-
I love me
Oh,
some
I
burpees.
love it. What?
I
you
love
should do
burpees.
more.
to
I love
death.
push-ups. I love running.
Right.
I love it all. All workouts.
same,
Right.
What? Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
same.
That's exactly how you do that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all you
a
gotta
trick.
do. That's all
Right.
you gotta do.
Right. Okay. Duly noted.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, man. So I was looking, man, and Biden sent out a tweet earlier today. Tweet. He said, every single Republican member of Congress voted against the support for law enforcement in the American Rescue Plan. Every single one. And I'm going to give y'all some context here. The American Rescue Plan, straight from the WhiteHouse.gov website, says this as a summary. The American Rescue Plan is delivering direct relief to the American people, rescuing the American economy, and starting to beat the virus. Okay. Now, what that means is it's going to entail $1,400 per person checks, single people making less than 75 grand, households less than 112, 150,000 qualifying for stimulus checks. People making up to 80,000 will receive partial payments. Those with dependents will receive $1,400 per person. It also entails child tax credit, extended unemployment insurance, small business support. So what we're talking about here is another round of
Stimulus checks.
stimulus, which you already kind of familiar with.
Who's familiar with it?
Right.
What's that? What's a stimmy? I don't know what that is.
However, what we know is the Republicans, by nature, have been in the last 2 or 3 years have been doing this whole. You say you don't support the police. They've been crying. They've been crying foul when it comes to defund the police.
Right.
They've been crying foul. And so what Biden is trying to emphasize here is that, hey, there's a rider in here. A rider is something they tag along into something. So it's not just about sending checks out. It's got other stuff packed in there, right? There's a rider in here that funds the police. And every single last one of y'all voted against it.
Oh, wow.
I got a lot, because what's happening here is on the high side, you're saying you're defunding the police. The Republicans aren't voting in favor of the police. But that's not the full story, is it, Biden? What's happening is the Republican Party isn't really in support. And you're laughing because my wife believes I'm a Republican. Yes, I'm registered Republican.
He is a registered Republican.
I mean, whatever your affiliation is, that's your
I did that
business.
as a tactic. I'm an independent by heart.
As well
I did it as a tactic to see because I've never been registered Republican, right? So I did it as a tactic just to see what they're going to start marketing me. I just want to see.
But as well as he is not, and as a lot of Americans are not, and I can't say that I'm just gun-ho on it, but he is not a fan of Biden at all. He is so anti-Biden, like it makes no sense. Biden can sit here and tell you, you know what, I'm just going to give everybody $1 million and they pass it. And he'll still be like, he only doing that because of such and such, and he's still he's that Biden.
Biden, I respect Biden. I respect Biden because he is our commander in chief. He is our president.
But
I don't like Biden
Right,
at all.
but
Right.
No. And because I've been listening to, again, I'm gonna put another thing out there. Tim Ross, the basement with Tim Ross, but. No, and I do not care for Biden. And it has a lot to do with I don't see value in men that sway with the wind. They're not a man to me, right? And that's what Biden. Matter of fact, that's what the entire Democratic Party's platform has been standing on. It's been going on a little too long now.
But when you say sway with the wind, technically, as things change and evolve in society, you would have to sway because technically you are the voice of the people. So if the people decide that now, okay, this is not how we like things, we done tried that and we don't like that anymore. Now we're going to try something else. Technically, that is swaying with the wind, but you represent the people. So therefore, as a representation of the people, you should be flexible. You should be able to move. You shouldn't be so stagnant on this view and then that's it.
right.
Very good. I mean, when you right, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait,
Did y'all
oh,
hear
that's
the
on
recording?
live too.
Wait,
That's
wait
on
a
live.
minute, that's recorded?
Yes.
We're gonna have to play that
live.
back.
I'm y'all make sure I get a copy
Right.
of this so I can play this
Right.
over.
There's no but. There's no nothing. I mean, she's right. I say that quite often. We do need socially we are allowed to change as a people, right? And this is what I had, and I was telling you on the last episode. I talked about it briefly about the LGBTQ in the Christian thing, church. I mean, schoolhouse, and them not accepting them basically. And my thoughts on it was socially we are allowed to change. However, my faith says one thing. The world can say whatever it wants to. We're not called to judge. We're not called to judge the world. God to do that.
Right.
We're called to judge the church. So my stance was I have no problem with homosexual or anything, right? The faith says that God got the problem, right? He doesn't care for it, right? He never said that he hated them though. He still loves them, right? So when I say that you're right, you're absolutely correct. Socially, we should allow for change. So if maybe just maybe. First of all, I'm independent anyway. I voted for Biden, and if Trump decides to run and it's Biden, I'm gonna vote.
Swallow your pride, and you
go
go
vote for Biden again.
Right.
But I do not think that he is a strong leader. Obama was, and he's Democratic, right?
Right.
Obama's a real man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Biden just by man I mean Obama stands for something. He did bend because he signed for the homosexual marriage, right?
Right.
And he bent it because people don't remember this. He never agreed with it,
Right.
but he bent and went ahead and signed off on it. So, but he's still a man though. Versus Biden is like, man, Come on, he's literally Trump on one end, on the other end of the spectrum. He's the same. They exhibit the same exact character. What difference is there? I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I can't say what difference.
Blue is
there,
opposite from red.
Trump.
Day is opposite from night. They literally like on two opposite ends of the spectrum, man.
Well, I don't like talking about politics, but
Yeah, I'm not a big politician.
Bro, y'all, hey man, I'm gonna say this
But
to y'all too though.
I don't
Y'all
understand.
Gotta get into it,
I don't
man.
understand the comparison though between
Between
Biden
Trump,
and
Biden and
Biden.
Trump?
Yes.
Man, listen, man. Let's. We got the time. We already been recording about it.
We've been recording for a little bit because I mean I don't know a lot about the politics that's going on. I stopped listening after Biden got elected. God just wanted what's his name out.
Oh, you want to Trump out? I mean,
Yeah,
we all did, right?
Personally, like despite the certain things that he did cause, as in the whole racism and everything like that.
He did. Trump didn't cause
He
it.
didn't cause it. He brought it to the light.
But
yeah,
you
he
know,
tried to make it more acceptable.
Right.
But
he
y'all-
sparked. He sparked. He
Right.
set off a spark. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But because
Other
of y'all
than
age,
that,
No, it's not because of our
if you
age.
have a comparison between the two, if you look at how the economy is doing right now compared to when Trump was in office, we was in a lot better state.
hold on.
Let him finish.
Cause
Okay.
like the gas prices, for example, gas prices was at low $2. There's certain areas in that aspect where we're pretty good compared to what we're dealing with now. But as a person, I would say Biden is definitely a better person than
Morally.
yeah.
Morally, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
However,
But-
they exhibit some of the same characteristics. Trump is Trump is extreme, right? Trump.
He's extreme, yeah.
You would say Trump is extreme, but to his base, he's not.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? His base would see what?
I
Ebony's
don't. I
making his
don't.
face.
Right. I don't think that his base can't say that he's not extreme.
Right.
I still think that they feel
His
as if
base?
he's. Yeah.
I'm not talking about Republicans. I'm talking.
No,
'cause
I'm
all
talking
Republicans
about.
don't agree with
I'm
Trump.
talking about the
talking
ones that
his
are out
base.
there that's saying Trump 2024.
Right.
They got their flags outside. They got it on the car. His base. They cannot say that he is not extreme. But the thing is, they like that extreme. They like him being that voice for them because he says what they can't.
Right.
So that is an extremist.
Right.
Yeah.
You can say and do what I
just said
can't
he's
do.
extreme.
You said you're saying his base doesn't
base
feel
knows
that.
he's extreme and they agree with it.
Yes.
I don't think that they know he's extreme.
Absolutely.
I first of all, I
that
think
they think they're in the correct.
First off,
That they're fine.
why did the Senate? What was it? The Senate's house that got what got
No,
in
Congress.
Exactly. Extreme.
right.
Right. Hold on though. Wait a minute. Extreme to who though? Everybody thinks they're right in a war. So Ukraine, and I'm just going for illustration purposes. Ukraine thinks that Russia is violating their rights because they invaded their country, right? Russia never saw them as a country anyway. No, literally, y'all got to look at
they
the
are.
history though.
But-
no, they've been at war.
Right.
I really looked it up. They've been at war for, we're talking about going on almost like, I think that they said close to 1,000 years. These jokers been at war. We just so young, and that's why I was talking about age earlier. We're just so young that we don't realize, a lot of things, because you were talking about he brought racism back, blah blah. No. This stuff
It wasn't brought back. It was just brought to the front.
Brought to light
Right.
because it was so hidden for
Right,
a
right,
What I'm
while.
trying to say is our memories as kids, we came up, we didn't deal with none of this stuff.
Right.
Well, we
Right.
probably had instances.
I was about to say. who
Overall, we didn't deal with none of
Right.
this stuff. Overall, you get what I'm saying? Not like our fathers
Right.
did, right? They have a better memory of it. And
Right.
their fathers have a better memory of it.
Right.
This stuff, man, we were just slaves. Not what 170, 80 years ago? Mm-hmm. No, that may be wrong. Well, I ain't gonna say we were slaves.
Yeah,
No,
yes, we just we were.
Am I right?
Yeah, less than 200 years
Hey,
ago.
look,
Yes, we were
for
just.
all those who everybody got a cell phone. Y'all look it up because I probably don't know what I'm talking about, but we were slaves not too long ago.
Right.
And then really, when you look at the history of the world, that was not long ago at all.
Right.
Right. People, there's somebody I was just looking at was 101 years old celebrating their birthday.
Right.
Celebrating their birthday. Right.
Right.
They're 101 years old. They probably were around when Jim Crow stuff was still going on. It might not have been slavery enacted, but it was probably some deep. Boy this, boy that. People still swinging in trees, strange fruit. Right. So our memory only serves us as long as probably to about the age of 4 or 5. This is 90s, right? For us, this is 90s or so, right? For y'all, probably late 80s. Because y'all love to try to act like y'all older than somebody.
Yeah, and
by 2 and some change. but it only goes back but so far. So
You like, please.
so both sides of an argument always see that their side until they compromise, until they come to a compromise. They always see that they're correct. So Russia thinks, well, at least Putin, because I've talked to a lot of people who are currently in Russia. I've spoken to a lot of people who are still currently in Russia. They don't agree with what's going on. However, Putin believes that he's in the correct, and Vladimir Putin, whatever his name is Putin too, I believe. But the president of Ukraine I'm talking about, he believes that they're in the correct in defending themselves, which of course you should be able to defend yourself.
Since when does Russia get to define what
Now
is
we're
and
getting
is
on to
not?
Russia. I just brought it up for illustration.
I know for illustration purposes, but you brought up a point saying that Russia feels as if they're right, but they don't define whether Ukraine is a country or not. It's already been defined.
It was part of Russia, though. That's why
at some point in time, right?
It was, right?
Exactly. Past
tense.
tense.
But this is what I'm saying. During a war,
things have changed over time.
You just allowed them to go ahead and do what they're doing. Russia
No,
look at it like they just allowed them to do what they're doing.
But if it's already a country, then you already made that establishment a long time ago that this is a country. Russia is Russia. Ukraine is Ukraine.
Ukraine as a country. Heck, it's on globes and you know what I'm saying? Like what right?
That sounds like
I think it's called if y'all want to look it up because it just came to me. RUSSO Crane War, something like that, right? And it'll come up like they've been going at it forever.
That sounds like a bitter baby daddy.
It sounds like Game of Thrones.
That says, you know what? I ain't quite. I let you go, but I ain't let you go yet. So therefore, you still mine.
Exactly.
Right.
What? No. But that's true. That's true. And we can take it to that conversation. But that's very true.
Right.
And that would be a good way to take it because I know our listeners ain't really into the whole politics and all that. But man, that's a life lesson. That's a life lesson. Excuse me. That I'm trying to illustrate here. Everybody thinks that they're correct on the when you're at a tug of war. This side thinks they're right, and that side thinks they're right. Somewhere in the middle, you want to come to an agreement. However, that's not always the case. I got in a truck accident on 85 out in Charlotte. What was that? 3 years ago?
Yeah, May 9th, 2000.
Oh, my birthday! I was at the hospital with you.
You came to the hospital with me, right?
Wow.
So I get into a wreck. Heck, I don't think I'm in the wrong. I merge over. Nobody's behind me. The girl's tailgating me, and just like most of y'all, I wish for everybody listening, I wish y'all would stop this ignorance. That you're gonna get yourself killed. If I'm getting over into the lane, don't think just because you try to rush into it, I see you, or I'm supposed to stop.
Right.
Now, she goes to the hospital. We all go to the same hospital. I think it's like Central Medical, something like that, right? What hospital was I at?
In Uptown.
Well, anyway,
some hospital.
Some hospital, right?
Carmel.
They don't know that I'm the driver. They don't know
Oh, they
that
was
I'm the
talking
driver. And they're sitting there and talking junk.
Right.
I'm gonna get paid, saying stupid stuff, and then sitting here talking about he didn't even know he knew he should have let me go. What? So again, two sides. They think that they're right. They ran it. They boom. I get the ticket and get found at fault for it because I'm the professional driver. They love that crap. When they can't figure something out, if they ain't got no cameras to see it, it's you're the professional driver, so you were supposed to stop it from ever happening. How?
Right.
How? So, like I said, both sides always think that they're right, especially in an argument, until you really get down to the meat and potatoes of the thing.
Right.
So, I hope Ukraine wins because I'm on the side of democracy, right? So I hope that Ukraine can pull this thing out. However, if I'm just looking at it, pulling myself away from that veil of democracy and just looking at it, what did Putin do wrong? He's saying you guys are joining NATO. I see you making this face, but Putin is saying this: you guys are joining NATO, right? Y'all have an aspiration to join NATO. That's going to allow them to get closer to my border. From a military standpoint, he's not wrong at all. Because just because y'all feel like democracy is everything, and just because y'all feel like America is great and NATO is wonderful, I don't feel that way. My people are just fine doing what they're doing over here. I ain't seeing nobody over there in Russia.
But still, the key word, y'all will allow them to get close to my border. Close to, we ain't on your turf. That's not putting NATO on your turf.
But you got to think from a military. You're not looking at it through the eyes of military strategy. If we go to war and I allowed you guys to come this close to me, and now you putting a military base there with missiles and stuff that can hit my capital.
But you're still talking about
the whole point is to prevent war.
The whole point NATO is to prevent war. That's a lie. But I ain't gonna. It's getting too deep. It's getting too deep. NATO. I don't want to sound like an anti-American either. But I love civics and I love history. You know what I'm saying? Because for 100 years from now, people gonna be looking at this totally different. You get what I'm saying? So, but you gotta look at this stuff from a whole. So you learn all that and you bring it right back to your everyday life. Because that's what I really want to get at. Your everyday life. I'm always trying to find lessons and stuff. You have to think things completely through and from all angles. You can't just think about it from your perspective. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, let me to ring it on in and bring it back to the beginning of the discussion. How in the world can Russia and Ukraine compromise then? So where's the compromise? Because technically, Ukraine hasn't done anything to Russia for them to feel justified in bringing war. Yeah, you may partner with NATO and you may have people close to me. However, where's that compromise?
I don't know.
And where do you feel justified to automatically go to war?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that, man. I don't. And it's a lot of people with a lot higher pay grades for us.
You had an answer for me.
Nah, it was kind of off topic.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Oh, no, we can move on.
Oh, yeah, we definitely can. Yeah, we can definitely go rein this on in.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot to unpack in that, man. But, I just hope, again, to close it out, I hope that Ukraine pulls this out. I do. But at the end of the day, I'm worried about me and my household. At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And that may sound selfish, but I think a lot of us need to get a little bit more selfish.
Right.
In certain aspects.
Are we already too selfish?
Especially as a country, and we already selfish as it is.
Yeah.
As a country?
Yeah.
You say that?
Well, I feel like just individuals, we're all selfish.
Right.
All we think about first is us.
We do.
Say that we think about others, but in reality, we don't.
True. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true, but that wasn't what I was trying to say.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I'm probably one of the most unselfish people that you will probably ever meet, and I mean that literally. Like I'm literally like probably one of the most giving people that you ever meet. So that wasn't what I was trying to say.
Well, I was just saying, everybody has their selfish tendencies. Everybody has some type of selfishness, but you have to know what the difference is between being selfish and just having
think it's gonna be our first 2-hour podcast, by the way.
Time to just have like your me time.
Right.
That's what
There's a difference between me time and selfishness.
This is good because
Right.
that's exactly what I was about to say. You could give up your money. Everybody's quick to. Where my walk? Anyway, everybody's quick to go in their pocket and say, "Here go $1. Oh, you need this," and then they go around with their chest puffed up like, "Man, I've given, I've done something." Ooh,
Right.
But ain't nobody really willing to go down to the work a 14-hour shift, and then for your pastor to say, "Hey, we about to feed the community.
Right.
Can you come down and lend a hand?" It ain't gonna cost you a dime.
Yep.
Your church down the street from your house, you gotta pass it before you go home, so it ain't even gonna cost you no gas. But you're not willing to do that though, because what is that taking?
Away from your time.
Your time.
Right.
Your time. So you nailed it directly on the head. Quality time. That's to me. I tell my aunt all the time. That is the most giving thing that you can, because you can never
Get it
recoup
back.
Yep.
your time. You can never get your time back. We are only allotted, but so much of it from the time we take our first breath.
Yep.
You can never get that back. So to give that away is an ultimate sacrifice. It's
Right.
one of the outside of dying for somebody else. To give away your time is one of the ultimate sacrifices.
It's very precious.
Yeah.
Very.
And like you said, a lot of people aren't willing to do that. To sacrifice that me time.
Well,
Does-
I mean, unless
Does
you-
that make us selfish? I guess that does kind of make us selfish, though.
Say what?
Not being able to give up that me time, that does make us selfish as a people, as a whole. But sometimes you need that break. Get your mental back on track.
Absolutely.
If not, woo, y'all
good
gonna make
episode.
me lose my mind.
Up in here.
Up in here. All right, y'all. So, yeah, it's great podcast. Like you said, I don't know how long we've been out here.
Yeah, we've been
but,
on here for a little minute now.
Right.
An hour and a